What's going on YouTube? Today I want to talk to you about the Yongnuo YN360 LED. So what this is, it's just an LED stick, battery operated, made by Yongnuo, and it's been a really cool addition to my camera bag. A few years ago I was thinking about getting the ice light, the Westcott ice light, but it was just way too expensive, and I thought the form factor was cool. It's very slim and you can kind of slide it right in a case anywhere. And I thought that it would just be handy for like ring details or using as a hair light or something like that. But at the price of the Westcott, it really just didn't have enough value for me. However, eventually Yongnuo came out with a alternative or copy, whatever you want to call it. But now that these are only $80, this is a much better option for me and something I was actually interested in buying. So just a quick overview. Essentially what you got here is you have a set of 5500K bulbs and you have a set of 3200K bulbs. I don't know if you guys can exactly see me switching in between them. How about now? You can go through and actually modify the intensity on a scale of 1 to 100 of each of them. So for max power, you would obviously put them both all the way up to 99, which is the highest power. So this is with just the 3200 at 99, and now I'm going to add the 5500 at 99. And as you can see, it's just completely blowing out this scene. It's actually rather powerful. We got daylight coming in through the window, so that's kind of what we're balanced again. And if you want to take a look at the color, I'm going to turn all the 3200K off, and so now we got just 5500 coming in. And let me try and balance that really quickly. There you go, that looks a little bit better. Sorry, the camera screen's a little bit of a ways away, so I can't exactly tell how good this looks, but yeah, it actually works pretty well in terms of balancing indoors with outdoor lighting. It also has some colored LEDs. I'd say there's probably about 40 of them or so, and those are on the inside, and those are actually RGB, so you have pretty much anything in the RGB spectrum that you can choose to make by independently changing between the red, green, I'm going to turn that one back off, and the blue. So if you want purple, you can obviously keep the blue, add some red, you're going to get a nice little purple color, which is really neat for any type of light painting or something like that. It's a lot less light than the actual 5500K bulbs provide or the 3200, because it's just, like I said, about 20 LEDs that are going to be powering the RGB, or 40 LEDs rather. Alright, so now I'm going to give you a little bit of a look at the back of the Yongnuo YN360 LED. So as you can see, here's the on button, push for power. Alright, in this bottom right corner you can see this button allows you to alternate between 3200K and 5500K. So in order to just have one color of light, you have to have one off all the way down to 0, and say we want to bring that 3200 up. Now we can turn that up, and we're basically independently controlling them. Now we've got the 5500, and we're kind of getting that mixed light, so it's somewhere in the 4000. On the left here, it says fine and coarse. What that does is it allows you to either modify the power output in groups of 10, which is what I leave it on, or you can switch to fine and actually go one by one. But really this thing doesn't have enough of a power range to really warrant using the fine, if you ask me. So I pretty much keep it on coarse at all times. I'm going to shut it all off, and then up here on the left you have the RGB mode. We're going to go ahead and turn off that red channel, so you can see that the indicator above, the little LED, actually switches. That's how you know which color channel that you're modifying. So we're going to turn them all off. Got the blue at 57. Alright, so it's completely off. As you can see from the glow on the table, this is adjusting just the blue, just the red, and just the green. And you can mix colors by doing some blue and some red, and that's going to give us purple. And lastly, there's this little battery indicator. That just goes from 9 down to 3 based on how much battery life is left. As you can see, it's not amazingly accurate because every time you click it to check, I've gotten it hopping in between numbers, going back up, going back down. But overall, you know, it's pretty good for what it is. Now, quick look at the battery and a note about the battery. So It uses a Sony battery, one that's really popular with like LED lighting for Sony camcorders. I believe it's called like the NP-F 750 is a battery model. This is the biggest battery that they offer. If you don't want something this huge, because obviously it kind of modifies the slim profile of the light, you can actually use one about half the size. Either one will work, and it just slides in right here really easily if you put it the right way. The one thing is it does not actually include a battery, so you will not get a battery shipped with your Yongnuo box if you decide to order one of these. What you have to do is go on and order it separately. There could be kits on Amazon or something like that. Last thing, they have this that snaps right on the back, and it's just basically to convert your daylight into 3200. And the last thing that I want to go over is the app that you can download from Yongnuo. Now, this has Bluetooth in it, supposedly. Unfortunately, I can't get it to work. However, I can show you guys the app real quick. Meow. Okay, we are in the Yongnuo app. Now, when you get your Yongnuo YN360, it's actually going to show you exactly where to go to download this. It's like not on the App Store, but you can download it kind of separately. And you can see within the app, it's a fairly certain control, but for some reason, I don't know if it's my phone or what, but it will not connect. My phone will not connect to this thing. It shows it as an optional paired device, but for some reason, it's just not actually connecting at any point. But I'm gonna show you how the UI works anyways. As you can see, say we had our YN360 on channel 1. How it works is there's these faint arrows on the left and the right, and those allow you to increase the 5500K. And then there are some more orange, darker arrows. Those allow you to adjust the 3200K Kelvin temperature. And as you can see, the app is not instantly responsive. It's kind of jittery, but gets the job done. However, this is a much better way to adjust the color in the color mode, because instead of sitting there and dialing between 50 blue and 50 red to create purple, you can just kind of tap the color that you want. I do know that some people are able to use this just fine. I'm actually thinking about testing it with my other phone to see if it's a problem with the Bluetooth in my phone, but I use Bluetooth all the time. All things included, I think it's a great buy, and I've loved using it so far. I've had a little bit of limited use with it. Gonna start using it more, but I've done it a lot with detail shots. That's kind of the main thing that I planned on using it for, but I've even found other uses for it, implementing it as a hair light, and really it's just a handy light. Boom. Alright guys, thanks a lot for tuning into my channel. If you enjoyed the video or got some good information, please take a second to subscribe to my channel or like the video. And if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments and I will try to answer them with the best of my knowledge. And please, if you think you know the reason that my Bluetooth isn't working, help me out with that. Maybe you have experience with this light already. Thanks YouTube, I'll see you next time.